Hello, hello. Here, the third day of my Vader helmet build. I hope the stream is in good health. I hope that the third camera now works, which was like non-functioning the last time. And I hope that the new update for the streaming software actually helped to address the problems that I had. So, last time, on day 2, I got around to fixing a whole lot of the problems that I had with the snout of the Vader helmet. Some proportions were way off. They are fixed now. I started with the underside here, and I just stabilized stuff here so I can continue working. And yeah, well, that's about it. So what's up for today? Today I wanna finish the merging of the top part with the collar part, so that everything is moving into this collar piece thing here. And then I want to round off the back of the head. Then I will add this crown thing here, which is then used to attach the helmet to the face mask part. And then I want to start on the helmet. And hopefully I will get all that done in today's stream. So, here I have to see with here. Today I have to say, when I look at the preview picture, which I can see today, it was not possible on the first day of streaming, that it's not as chubby or as framey looking. And so I will just go ahead with my build. Here, I let you see the helmet as it is today, or as it is now before starting. Here, one thing that is still not right with the proportions of it. It's a bit tilted standing. Is that one eye is actually bigger than the other one. I'm thinking about fixing it, but I'm not sure. Maybe I give him a little bit of a comic-y look. I don't know yet. So I put this stuff away and start working on it. I use the split view here, so you can see a bit from the upside, from the upper camera, to see what I'm doing. So, as I said, I want to blend this part into this part. That's what I will start with. Yeah, I haven't cleaned up here since the last stream, for I wanted to like a shot-to-shot continuity. So here is my mail bag, my dirt bag. Tack, tack. Okay, I got my glue and my cardboard knife. So maybe it's the best view too, that you can see the top camera for most of the time. Okay, so here I need to get from here to there, so I try to fold them into the position, and then I will just glue them down here when I have when they're kind of right. And I'm using a very thin strips here. Yeah, I can cut this in half. So I start from the one side, then I go to the middle, and then I do the same thing on the other side. And then I finish the back in the last third of the work. And now I want the glue to stick like immediately, so I'm using not too much glue, so that it can dry fast. Here, and I'm always preparing more than one now, for I try to work as fast as I can. And I try to answer the chat, which I just saw now. So, here, and as I did last time, I will use some of these ancient pieces of technology. Which are actually very helpful, so that I don't have to press everything down by hand all the time. So here, this is already going in the direction that I wanted to. "100 kilometers to Berlin." That's really close. I mean, most places I have to go in Berlin, not in Berlin, in Germany, are much further away. Hello to Poland. So one of the challenges today is that I have to get a smooth surface from here to this side. I'm not entirely sure how I will do it, but I will just prepare the understructure now with marrying the top part to the collar part, and I will worry about it then. So I know that I need a lot more of these things here, so I just prepare a whole lot of them. Is the audio okay? I can see a preview picture here. But I am not sure about the audio. Maybe you can write something in the chat. So, here I will take this length for now, and then in the back I need longer cardboard pieces. But yeah, this is good enough for the start. Here, and by now this should have dried enough, so I give it a bit more pressure, and on to the next. Yeah, I always round the cardboard a little bit, so it's easier for me to get them into the shape that I want to have when I glue them on here. So 1 and 2, and now I try to do all 4 in a single run. Cool. Thanks for the feedback, Pigo. It's sometimes a bit difficult for if I put on audio here, there will be feedback on the video, so I have to have it silent there or in silent mode, and I don't want to have headphones on, or it's quite warm in here, and I don't need it to be any warmer than it already is. So here, let's see if I can. No, they're not long enough. Oh, but if I have to push it in by hand, then I can go for more stripes at once. Yeah, but this looks good if I look at it from the top. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit difficult with pressing all the new pieces down, and it would be easier actually to just first glue one side and then glue the other side, so that you know the one side dried, and then you just have to press on one part of the model. But it takes longer, and I want to be as fast as I can here on the live stream. So I'll see if that backfires for me or against me. As I said, I try to be fast here. For normally, yeah, I'm working kind of slow. When I'm not live streaming, then I will watch some, I don't know, some documentaries, or maybe some stuff on Netflix or Amazon Prime or stuff like that. But here I try to be as fast as I can. So here I fold this in so I can take care of this one now. Here, but right now it's just about glue in some parts. There's no decision making here. This is just very obvious stuff that I have to do. So there's not a lot of thinking in how I should do it or how I can do it best. For it's really just glue part A to part B. So, and I think it is getting way too warm with this thing on. I mean, I got like the coldest nights possible here, but still, it's getting warm when you're sitting under them, and especially I tried that. I want to have audio that is not completely terrible, so I have all my windows closed. I have a street in front of my window, and yeah, if I open them, the sound gets a whole lot worse. So here, as you can see now, the form flows into the neck piece, and if you compare it to, I can show it to here, and as you can see, that is actually what I want. Here, this is coming down here. The next thing then that I need to do is to get these like rounded surfaces that connect the one with the other. And yeah, there I really don't know yet how I will do it. But I think I will come up with something along the way. No, I don't want to paint it, but the surface will be really good. You won't be able to see any of this wavy stuff. I don't know if you've seen other videos on my channel. I really like this cardboard look. But I want to give it a, not a really high-end finish, but a very polished kind of feel. Not that I'm going to polish it this way, but it will be a very nice surface. All corners will be rounded off, and I will apply some paper to the top of it to cover everything, and I think it will look nice. For if it's black, you can't really see all the forms, and this is some I can show you here. Wait. Here, this is the black helmet, and it's very hard to to actually see all the forms there, for it's like sucking everything up. And that's why I painted this helmet here in gray. And here it's much easier to make out all the details. What, can you see? Yeah. So, and the brown of the cardboard is more comparable to the gray in which I spray painted it. So, I think it will be a nice look. And what it comes down to is that I want to show people or show everyone that you can do stuff like this with cardboard. That you don't need to have very expensive materials to do stuff like this. Hope it makes sense for you. Oh, okay, I hope you can understand some of the stuff that I say. But no, I will not paint it. At least I don't think I will. So, now I'm going to glue this down, and therefore I just cut out this part. I just had it in there as a help to make it stand. Whoopa. So here I'm cutting these parts here that I can sculpt them into the shape that I want to have. Okay. So at first I always try to sculpt the cardboard with sheer force, and when I see that I'm not getting a good enough result, then I will start to cut it. But here I want a nice transition from one to the next. That's why I'm rounding this part off now. And I'm doing the split cam from the top. So now one form really flows into the other one, and I can make it this long. And put that in there. So I'm really excited to start on the helmet, and I hope I'm fast enough to do it in this live stream today. For that's a challenge. For this is a very a form that looks simple, but it's all rounded. There's not really angular stuff going on there, so that will be quite challenging, and it will be huge. So yeah, I think that's okay here. even though no, I think it works. So maybe it should come out, it should be a bit bulgier here, but that's always something that I can fix later on. So here I need longer pieces of cardboard. So this whole Vader helmet, it will take like forever to finish it. But I think this will be my new like most advanced piece. So the old title for most difficult, or maybe most time consuming to build, was the Terminator arm. But I think this here is going to rival the Terminator arm just in terms of how long it will take to finish it. So here I can use some of the clamps. At least down here. And there. Okay, here while this part is drying, I can continue on other parts of the model. So here I use not too much glue, for then it will stick quicker. Yeah, the Terminator arm is on the channel. Maybe you can open up another window and look at it. There was there was a really long time that it took to build the arm, for it's just like hundreds of little parts, but it turned out well. And now here it's not that this got like as many little parts, but here this is just huge and everywhere is curved surfaces and stuff. So this is yeah, for this I need a whole different build process. So here it's just about building the structure and then trying to smooth everything off with the arm. I just like more or less started to go to the finished piece at once. So no step in between there. Everyone along play? That must be boring sometimes. Do you build stuff for yourself? Or are you just watching it? I hope you try some stuff for yourself. But I'm watching time lapses on YouTube, mostly when people are drawing something, and I watch like the whole duration of the video. For this is once you've seen that it's actually possible to do it, then your brain accepts it, like okay, it's normal, and then it's much easier to do it for yourself. So it's in a way it's cheating the brain. So this comes together as I hoped it would. So I have to drink something. It's really warm. And I need my drink stand that I'm not accident. Okay, I have to fix something there. So, yeah, I just knocked something down the table. So I can take the clamps off. So this needs to be the Terminator arm is a really hard thing to start with. It's really fun to do it, but it's a very time-consuming build. So know what you're in for. It took me 130 hours maybe. If I were you, I would start with something that's a bit faster. So I don't know, like the Deadpool sword or the Jason machete, stuff like that, where you not necessarily are working with hundreds of parts, where it's just, for example, the blade, and then you have the grip. But yeah, the arm is really nice. Thanks for that. So, once I've fed all stuff from the top to the bottom, I can think about pulling this form into this form here. And I kind of got an idea now how I will do it. But yeah, let's see. First up, I need more of this stripes. So I will cut me a few, or prepare a few. It's like this and like this. So, this is going here. Whoa, we got 6 viewers now. That's a record for today, yeah. Welcome to everyone that joined in. I hope you stay. So, here, now this is nearly finished to, yeah, get the top to the bottom or glue in the top to the bottom. Thanks, Paul Pagani. I think it's on a good course. The model of the Vader helmet. I always wanted a life-sized Vader helmet. When my son was younger, I bought one for him, but it was like more like this size, and it was made from 2 pieces. It's very sad that they just vanished. I don't know where to, but they are no longer there. So now I have to build one from cardboard for myself. The Terminator arm is not really painted. I just used some gloss coat on it. So I sprayed some glossy surface to it. For once that it's protected against water and stuff, and then it made it a bit shinier, which actually fit the mechanical thing. And that's something I might do with the Vader helmet, that I will make it all glossy. So, to talk about what I'm doing now, I'm just finishing up on gluing top and collar part together. For now I'm going to for a 1 surface shell, and then I will cut it in 2 parts for wait. Whoop. And here, then I'm going to build 1 shell that is complete with this part in there, and then I will cut it in 2 parts. For the collar part is just the part down here, and the face mask part is just the part up there, minus the back of the head. So I will cut it here. So then it will be have some stuff done to it. Here, this part will be completely cut out, and then here there will be a circular thing on the top here, where the bigger helmet, where this can attach to. So here there's just 2 more pieces that I need to put on here. No, it's yeah, this step of the work is almost finished, but overall it's a long way to go. But here then I can start with the next step, and that's a good thing. So okay, now no, the helmet, I want to start the helmet today. That's important to me. So now it's 40 minutes in. I hope to start with the helmet in some like 30 minutes. Hopefully. I'll see. Or sometimes there are problems that you or that I was not able to identify before. So, but the stream seems to hold up. That's very nice. And the top camera, the black and white camera, seems to work today. That is really comforting. Okay, so here I will press this down, but as you can see, when the helmet stands like this, it is not even. Here has to be some like this. So I will correct the collar part now. No, I'm not going to sell this thing. It's for me. The helmet is for me. I want to have it. I haven't sold a single thing from the channel yet. Have you looked at the channel, Paul? The main thing so at first I do it just to show people what you can do with cardboard. Okay, I need to lose some cardboard here. All around to the back. Okay, so let's see if it's possible to just use the scissors for it. Okay, this is a bit complicated, but it is good to fix this now for if I'm not able to give it a good base, then everything else that I base of this geometry now will be off too. So I try to fix the mistakes as soon as I catch them. And with cardboard, it's like really easy to adjust stuff. Here. And it's good practice to overbuild a bit. Okay, bye. See you later. Have a good pass. Yeah, I like it. Far from perfect, but it's in a good direction. This thing is so big that it's hard for me to get a good view of the whole thing. Wait, maybe I'm here. It's hard for me to look at everything at once. Okay. So now I wanna get from this form from here to here. And this is actually what I want to do. Yeah, I will just take multiple stripes of cardboard, make them a bit thinner, and then glue each individual one on here. Each individual one on here. And then I will have the form. And here, this is coming out a bit too much, so I will break it down. So here, and now as you can see, I'm going to stand up for this. Here, I'm rounding off this corner and this corner. Very good. That's a nice start to glue this on there. And I need cardboard that is not as thick as this. So I'm taking thinner cardboard. And as before, I'm going to cut myself a couple of slices of it. Okay. And now I'm going for here like 2 centimeters. It really helps to have a cutting mat like this for here for simple measurements. It is invaluable. And so I really can produce stuff like this very fast. Fast. I think fast is English and fast is American. So this okay, here this is a bit wobbly, so I think I will stabilize that first. Was putting on a piece of cardboard there. Okay. So I will have to let the cardboard, which is soaked in glue, sit for a while, so that the glue gets stickier. Right now it's very liquid. Here, and in the meantime, I can have a look at this. The nice thing here, when I'm using a thinner cardboard, here, that I can actually bend it like this, and so it's really easy to get from one surface, so from one angle of this surface here. So when I bend it to the angle that I want to have on the next surface. Yeah, can you see that? So, and this way I can build that form without too much of a problem. So here now I was gluing on another stripe of cardboard here. Once this is glued, all the whole circular piece here on the neck, or this oval part on the neck, will be much stiffer. So I use this clamps to hold it down. So now when I start with these stripes on here, that's like the first step in resurfacing the whole Terminator, the whole Vader helmet. For this will be a nice surface that I can work with then. Okay, and what I will do now is that I'm going first, I will glue it to one part of the model, and once it's really dried there, and just then I will glue on the second part of the stripe. Then it is much easier for me to apply the pressure in the way that I want it. So right now I can use both thumbs to press this down. And if I would glue everything at the same time right now, I would need to press here and there, and then it will come off. It's easier this way. So here, this is still drying. Here, this is good enough there that I can glue it on here. Now I'm marking the places where I want to have glue inside of. So for if I would just fill this up with glue, then there would be glue sitting in the holes, cracks and creases, and I don't want that. I just want to apply the glue where I need it right now. So and there it really helps to mark down the areas that you want to have the glue in. So okay, so and this is a process that I'm going to do over and over again, and then I will have this surface like perfectly blended into this surface. Not really perfectly, but very close to what I want to achieve. And while doing this, I'm covering up all the mess that I made underneath it. Very good. Very good. So now I'm just tapping on the glue, so to make it stickier. And as I did before, I first glue it to the one part. Once it's dried here, okay, and now I'm trying to use the edge of this triangle as a border for this piece. Then I don't have to fix this with so much work. That was ugly. So here, and as you can see, okay, this starts to be a nice surface. So, and once I'm done here all the way, one thing now, here, if you can see this, if I would just go on and on and on, there's not enough place here. So now I will cut the cardboard . More to the shape that I want to have in the end. So now there's some here and a little bit here. Nice. Nice. Okay. So next stripe. So I'm adding some a bit of glue to the side of the cardboard too, so that I can glue this part here, this sides together, and the whole thing to the underlying cardboard. And this way I can get an even better surface if I attach one to the next. So, and now I need to cut that down again. Or not down, cut it to size. So I'll mark my positions. I will add glue inside the marked areas. I will add some glue to the top of the cardboard to get a better connection between the layers of cardboard, or between the different pieces of cardboard that I use. Which will all help the stability of the whole model. And then I push that in there. Here. And now I'm trying to push these pieces of cardboard together so that the edges are glued together, and I try to hold this down so that the whole stripe is glued to these parts here. But as you can see, with doing this, this surface here starts to get into the shape that I desired. And I wanted to blend this. Here you can see it before on this side, and like here how it's going to look once this is done. And yeah, I think here it's really nice that one side is still not finished, and so you can see the progress that we are achieving here. So, okay, next stripe of cardboard. And now this curvature here is kind of big or very steep. So here it will be easiest for me to actually cut some stuff away from this cardboard, so I don't have to bend it around the edge so much. So when I cut this away now, and you will see, it will not be a perfect fit, but a better fit than before. Here. Now, this really fits to the lower part, and I don't have to put as much stress on the cardboard. So now I'm just piecing together the surface. Small pieces at a time. Here this will end there. So I cut that away, give it glue here, some glue to the outside edge of the stripe below it or next to it. Tap, tap, tap. Now I hold this in place, wait until it's dry, and then I glue this down here. And then this side is not finished, but this step on this side of the mask will be done then. And that is a huge improvement. A huge step forward. So I will glue this down here a bit. I'll just press that in here. Nice. So I need glue here, a little bit there, and some glue on here. Yeah, I always try to smear it into this wavy pattern of the cardboard, all excess glue, but when it dries in there, it really hardens the whole model. Okay. I'm saying way too often. This is coming together nicely. beautifully. Now there will be just one stripe left. So, and I want to have this stripe under this structure here, so that this is still sticking out. Okay, that pushed it up a bit. Okay, I can remove this stuff now, and here it's not completely dry, but good enough that I can put him down now. And here, this surface starts to come together as compared as to the huge gaping hole here. Yep, I like it. Yep, there's some corrections that I need to perform, but they can wait. Here now, as I see that this part here, so I'm going to the overhead cam again. Here, this part is very soft. Now I will try to put some cardboard underneath it to glue all these stripes together, these three stripes, for I think it will increase the stability in the long run. Only problem is how can I really hold it in place here. Okay. While I wait for this to dry, I will address the holes in the head here. I will take some very soft cardboard, which I can really sculpt around there. And we'll patch him up a little. So it really doesn't matter if this is very very coarse, not very finished looking. For in the next steps on this model, I'm going to cover the surface with stuff like this. And even this is not the final surface that you will see, but I will approach a surface that will be much cleaner. So all this is just like the construction cardboard, and then comes the stuff on top of it. So, and with each step, the surface will get more refined. Wait. Can you see it? It's called Ponal here. There's a question in the chat. It's called Ponal. It's a wood glue, a fast drying wood glue, which is water based. I think there's different brands, but Ponal is readily available in most hardware stores in Germany, and not just in hardware stores, sometimes in supermarkets and other shops. So I use that because I can find it nearly everywhere. So, and this way. Okay. And I really don't, as I said before, I really don't try to go for the best surface here. So this is just, I want to have the structure, and I want to have the proportions the way that I like them. All I want to say with this is just worry about the proportions and about the understructure first, and don't even think about the final surface until a later stage in your modeling process. For at this stage, it's really not about a nice surface. Okay, I have to, the more curvature I try to impose or put onto the more I stretch a single piece of cardboard, the more I have to press it down, because it always wants to come back up. So I have to wait until the glue dried. Yeah, he got little wings now. So now this here should be okay, kind of, or good enough for me to come in with the last piece here. Okay. Okay, once again, I just try to glue in the one part first. Which is here. And I will use everything I got to really press it down. So the more pressure I use, the faster the glue dries. And the better the contact will be. So now I'm this strip of cardboard I'm actually gluing to the top of the others. For I think it will provide more stability if it has more area that I can glue it on. Yep. So one side was the surface one step further, and here how the other side started. So from this to this. So yeah, here as you can see, I'm a bit silent now. For this is actually, I try to use all my concentration to get this right, and it is good enough for now. So, and seeing how long all this stuff here takes, I'm not sure if I'm going to build the whole helmet on air, live. I think that I'm going to show the important parts live, and continue work in between offline, so that I can move along a bit faster. And for it will be very repetitive, what you will be able to see here. So now I start to do this treatment to this side, but now I'm changing my approach a bit. Here I started from the bottom up, and now I will do the top and the bottom at first, and do the in-between parts afterwards. So I think I have a better foundation to glue stuff on. So, objective, this surface needs to be blended into this surface now, as I did it like from here to here, now from here to here. And as I did before, I look at the size of stripe that I need. Here I mark my beginning. Yeah, I'll put that there, and then I will go to about here. So, and once again, as a first step, I try to glue this cardboard stripe on one side, and once I have it dried there and used enough pressure to put it in place, then I will glue the next points of contact. But it's, it really starts to build up a better surface. I will have more runs at the surface at a later time. But this part here was very important for me to finish. So, here I'm going to once again mark the areas where I want to have glue. Spread out the glue, press down the cardboard stripe, and so on. It's sometimes it becomes very monotonous what you do, but once you think about the final outcome or what you're doing it for, this should keep you going. At least it keeps me going. And yeah, I just want to have a Vader helmet made from cardboard. I think it's very different what people want. Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of or some people find it very questionable that I'm spending my free time with waste. For to most people's cardboard, cardboard is just waste, and I'm playing with waste. But I don't care, because I don't think it is waste. It's the best, or one of the best mediums to work with when you compare price and availability and stuff like that to other things out there. So cardboard is just, it's just so cheap. And once you like work with it, you will actually see that you can do nearly everything with it. At least when it comes to form. Not sure, it's not as sturdy as steel or iron or whatever, but just to sculpt something, it is really good, and it can be used on so many different levels. So, here, the first stripe for the second side of the lower part of the helmet is in place, and it is nearly dried. So, I think I will take a break and be back in an hour. But I have to eat something. And yeah, that's it. I have to eat something. Here, this is in place. Let me show you a front view now. Okay, thanks for watching. I will be back in... wait, let me see the time here. I think I will be back in 1 hour. 1 hour-ish. Maybe I see you then? If not, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.